I believe that the Patriots will have a very, very good 2025 NFL season. And on today's show on Patriots Today, I'm going to tell you why you should be very, very optimistic about the Pats in 2025. Now, before we go into all the details, let me know down in the comments section, what are your Patriots 2025 expectations? Are you expecting to make the playoffs? Are you expecting to win 10 games? Do you expect Drake Maye to be in the conversation of Offensive Player of the Year? Let me know down in the comments section of today's video. So there's a couple things of why you could be pessimistic, and it's basically everything that we saw last year. The pass rush struggles. The defensive line was terrible. The offensive line was terrible. And Drake Maye basically had no one to throw to. Well, in the Patriots offseason, they looked at all three of those things. And they said, okay, one by one, we're going to check off the box, and we're going to make this team way better this season. Let's start with the pass rush. The Patriots were dead last. Not 30th, not 29th. They were dead last in sacks in 2024 with 28 total. Like, this is terrible. You didn't have your guy Christian Barmore because of blood clots, unfortunately, but these were your guys. Keon White led the team with 5, and he's still on the roster. And Anthony Jennings is also still on the roster, but 2.5. But if I'm going to be honest with you guys, I don't know if Anthony Jennings is going to be on this roster as we head into the season. I think he could easily be a preseason or 53-man roster cut right before the season starts, but that's here nor there. We got to get through training camp first. We still got 91 people on the roster. But last year, 28 sacks. It's just awful. Awful. Like, how do you let that happen? Gerard Mayo, you're supposed to be a great defensive mind, and I get it. Christian Barmore was your star player, and you lost him. But you're telling me that they couldn't get to the quarterback more than 30 times? The Broncos, I'm pretty sure, led the league in sacks, and they had 60. You had 28. Didn't even get to the 30 mark. So we saw what the Patriots did a lot of things in the offseason, specifically in free agency. They got 3 guys that, if we look at that, the parentheses are sacks before. Milton Williams, the defensive tackle, had as many sacks as Keon White on the edge. Keon White's still on the roster, and I think he's going to have a breakout year. And then you get Harold Landry coming over from Tennessee, reuniting with Mike Vrabel, 9 sacks, and Clavon Chason with 5. You put all those together, let's do the math here, 19. Those 3 guys, between the 3 of them, that's 9 less sacks than the Patriots had in total in 2025. If you get to the quarterback, this team is going to have success. And oh yeah, guess what? Your best player on the defensive line is back. He was cleared. Christian Barmore. You see those stats in 2024. Yeah, well, he only played a handful of games, 6 tackles, 1 sack. But let me just take you back a couple years ago, just 2, when he was fully healthy, when he played all 17 games, 64 tackles, 13 for loss, 8.5 sacks. As a defensive tackle, you put these 2 guys together with Christian Barmore and Milton Williams. And Milton Williams, I can read a tweet for you guys literally right now. He had a career high in sacks last season. He had a 14% pressure rate. That is incredible. You line him up with Christian Barmore, this is going to be a sick pairing. Sick pairing. And that's why my prediction is that the Patriots are going to have a top 10 pass rush in the NFL this season. You've gotten a whole bunch of pass rushers. Hell, you have on the bench one of the guys you drafted, Braden Swinson, who is underrated and could be one of these big pass rushers that you get in a steal of a draft. So you put Harold Landry, Milton Williams, Clavon Chason, and Christian Barmore back on this defensive line. Yeah, you're going to be lining up against guys in the AFC East with the Jets, who are terrible, and the Dolphins. I don't think they're going to be that good, and Tua doesn't leave the pocket. You're going to have a top 10 at least pass rush in 2025. Now, before we go into anything, we're also going to talk about another side about this defense that I'm really excited for. I always find deals for you guys. And this one I found on Fanatics. A Patriots polo. It's a Nike one, $19.99. Chatsports.com/Pats Polo. I'll put it in the comments and description of today's video. It's 65% off, people. It's a polo for $20. Get yours today. Chatsports.com/Pats Polo. I was going to say, you can't forget about the secondary either. You have one of the best, I think he could truly be one of the best cornerbacks in football in Christian Gonzalez. And then Christian Gonzalez, Carlton Davis, Marcus Jones as the three guys in 2024. And that's your 2025 cornerback room. 78.2, 72.1 coverage grade, and 67.1. They only allowed, between Carlton Davis and Christian Gonzalez, 5 touchdowns between the two of them in all 17 games played. 7 pass breakups, 6 pass breakups. And I went because I was looking at the coverage grades for both these guys, both Christian Gonzalez and Carlton Davis. And PFF have them both ranked in the top 40 out of all cornerbacks. 222 cornerbacks were ranked, and they put Gonzo and Davis in the top 40. That's how good this cornerback room is. And I know Marcus Jones is very small. I know he's only 5'8". He's shorter than me. He'd come up to about here on me. I'm 5'10". That man still had 6 pass breakups. He's still one hell of an athlete. And you put him in the slot, and you can't, you go in one-on-one. You don't have to double anybody because Christian Gonzalez and Carlton Davis can lock up some of the top wide receivers in the NFL. You just let them go at it. Help Marcus Jones. This is going to be a much, much improved defense heading into this season. And, of course, I got to always ask you, or I'll tell you, for elite Patriots YouTube coverage, we're coming out with a video for mostly every single day. I know it's a new host. You're going to be dealing with me the rest for 2025, and we're going to have a lot of fun, and we're going to talk about the Patriots nonstop. So hit that big red sub button, and also turn on your notifications. Get that little ding whenever we post a video. All right. Patriots offensive line is the next thing we got to talk about. And it was the worst. Like, the Patriots pass rush was 28 sacks total, worst in the league. Patriots offensive line was even worse. And you go up, it was even more revamped. This is the stats from last year. Pass block win rate at 51%. Run block win rate, 67%. Oh, yeah, those are bottom 2 in the NFL. Pressure rate, 39%. That means people got to Drake Maye 39% of the time. 31st in the NFL. Sack rate, 9%. 29th. Like, how did we let this happen? You see how bad it is. And I don't care with how bad the offensive line was, but you just kept letting it happen. Like, do something. Go into panic mode. Bring in some backups or rotation. Just rotate it nonstop. Like, I know you didn't have Cole Strange, and he's back for 2025, but the offensive line was terrible. And now you add your 4th overall pick in Will Campbell. Garrett Bradberry, like, I loved you, David Andrews, but you also didn't play that much. Michael Wenu is your returner. Cole Strange is also returning, but he didn't play a lot of games last season. And Morgan Moses coming off an injury, but he is determined to get back to 100% health, and we saw that in OTAs. And he's also been a veteran leadership for Will Campbell. Their locker rooms are right next to each other, and Morgan Moses has said every single day that he is asking questions, just wanting to get better. Can we get extra reps after practice, even when no one is still at the facility? Will Campbell is trying to be an amazing left tackle, and Morgan Moses is the perfect veteran for him for good leadership. Couldn't find a word to say there. But if you look at the O-line comparisons, on the left side, it's 2024. On the right side, it's 2025. These are the PFF grades. Vidarian Lowe, terrible. Michael Jordan, you could put the actual Michael Jordan in there, and you'd probably get a better result. Michael B. Jordan even, too. Cole Strange, I'll give it to you. You're coming back. When you were fully healthy, you were a good left guard. Ben Brown, your center. Garrett Bradberry, way better. Michael Wenu, same person. But right tackle, look at that PFF grade. DeMontre Jacobs, 38.4, and now Morgan Moses. Coming over from the Jets, who were just absolutely terrible, you still posted a 63 PFF grade. I think you're going to protect Drake Maye. And I hope you protect Drake Maye. And I'm going to ask you guys, do you think that this offensive line is going to protect Drake Maye? Drake Maye can also make plays with his legs. He also can make plays with his legs. He can move outside the pocket, but I'd rather him sit back in the pocket, find the open man. You give him 4 seconds to throw, 3 seconds to throw, he's going to have some success. What's your confidence level in the Patriots O-line? Scale it for me, 1 to 10, down in the comment section of this video. If you give Drake Maye time to throw, man, he's going to succeed with any wide receiver. And that's why, I don't care about, I do care about the weapons. I do care about the Patriots' weapons, but if you can give time for Drake Maye to throw to find Matt Collins, who is over 6'4" and can find that top spot, he's going to succeed. Pop Douglas over the middle. I think Kyle Williams is going to be great. Oh, yeah. And they signed an amazing wide receiver who's coming off an ACL injury, but I think he's going to be 100% come that time in September, October, when it's really going to get into crunch time, and that's Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs is now on the New England Patriots, guys. You can't forget about that one. And Mike Reese, the ESPN reporter, he also made an article, and he talked about what the Patriots could see in 2025. And an anonymous NFL scout said to Mike Reese, he says, this is the best season they've had in a while. I feel like they're the Bills' biggest threat. I'm going to break it to you. I don't think they can beat the Bills, but they can compete. And there's also another reason why they can compete, and it's because their schedule is just the easiest thing you've ever seen. They play the Titans. They play the Panthers. They're on this list. They play the Saints. Oh, my God. Yeah, easy schedule. You don't play, your average team is not above 500. Easiest schedule, cakewalk. I think the Patriots, their floor should be like 8 wins, and then their ceiling should be like 10. Easily can make the playoffs. Easily. But I have big hopes. And on paper, this looks great. It looks absolutely great. But we don't do Madden Sims for real life. Unfortunately, if the Patriots won on the Super Bowl in Madden, it doesn't count. You have to compete, and you have to put it together on the field. You can't just look at a piece of paper and be like, "Oh, they got all these good players." Yeah. You gotta prove it on the field. You have to prove it on the field. And we're going to see that come August. And I'm really looking forward to it. As always, don't forget to subscribe. Hit that big red sub button for Patriots Today. And give me a follow on Twitter and Instagram, @TheRealAlper. We're talking Patriots all the time, every day. And as always, let's go Pats.